Here is why nothing is changing. Have you ever had a moment like, wait, how the hell am I back here again? Back in the same kind of situationship, back feeling stuck in your career, back in a spiral of overthinking. It gives deja vu, but the emotionally exhausting kind. So why is your reality still echoing the version of you who you're not trying to be anymore? But here's the thing, the universe is not responding to the Pinterest board version of you. It is responding to your subconscious baseline. Let that hit. Because it does not matter what you say you want. It matters what your subconscious expects. And your subconscious, it does not care about your conscious goals. It's just trying to repeat what feels familiar, even if that familiar sucks. So when you say that you want a deeply secure relationship, financial and creative freedom, travel, peace, but let's say your subconscious is still coded with relating, love with inconsistency, money with chaos, peace with boring, then guess what? The universe, it reflects that. And not the version of you who you're trying to speak into existence. Because the outer world, it's not a reward loop, it's a feedback system. You don't get what you earn, you get what you're wired to believe is normal. Let's say you start earning more money, but you still feel broke. So you overspend, undercharge, or save obsessively because your identity is still someone who struggles. Or let's say you finally meet a good person, but it feels boring. Why? Because your body is wired for survival, not safety. And sometimes chaos feels like home. Or let's say that you get some good news and immediately feel the need to brace for a downfall. That is not your intuition, that is conditioning. Most of us are trying to create a new life while we're still running on an outdated software from childhood, heartbreak, burnout, beliefs that we never chose but absorbed. In this video, we're going to decode exactly how to upgrade your subconscious so the universe can finally align you with the life that you want now, not the one that you've outgrown. Let's talk about the reality loop. Your beliefs are equal to your world. And it's such a brutal but freeing truth. Your life is not shaped by what you want, it's shaped by what you expect. If you think love means sacrifice, that is the kind of love that will keep showing up. If you think money is hard to earn, your bank balance will match that struggle. And if you expect people to always leave, your subconscious tests every connection until they do. The universe does not argue, it just mirrors. Now, I want you to really absorb the next thing. The way that you look at things changes the things that you're looking at. Neuroscience calls it the reticular activating system, the filter in your brain that decides what you notice and what you ignore. When your belief is that people can't be trusted, your brain will literally delete any moment that contradicts that and highlight every micro behavior that confirms it. When you believe, I'm not that person who just randomly gets lucky, your nervous system will not even let you see the doors that are already open for you. That's not woo-woo, that's wiring. Your beliefs don't just influence your mood, they curate your entire reality. And you walk through that reality like it's the truth, like it's a fact, but it's just a mirror. And when you do update your subconscious, people treat you differently. Opportunities that weren't there suddenly find you, and not because the world is different now. It's because you are. Your subconscious is made up of beliefs you picked up even before you understood what beliefs meant. Beliefs about yourself, about what's possible, about how people treat you, about money, love, success, safety. And your reality bends itself to match those beliefs. Let's get real about how deep this runs. The subconscious controls 95% of what you think, feel, and act every single day, which means most of your habits, reactions, emotional responses are not you making conscious choices. They're your autopilot programs running in the background. And this autopilot was built from childhood experiences, social conditioning, past traumas, family beliefs, culture, and your personal fears. And these programs shape how you see yourself, how you expect others to treat you, how you view the world, what you think is possible for you, which completely explains why when you try to change your actions, the deeper you go, the more resistance you feel. Let's say you want to meet new people, but as soon as you're close to it, you freeze or you talk yourself out of it because you think they won't like you. Or you get an amazing opportunity and you start thinking of all the reasons why you can't say yes and why probably you'd fail at it. Or maybe you keep attracting the same kind of toxic relationships or friendships even when you say you want more. And you try to start a new habit or a new business, but then you hit invisible walls like procrastination, fear, self-doubt, and they feel even realer than your goals. These patterns, they're your subconscious playing its default story. The one it believes about you, the world, and what's possible. Now here's what you do. Awareness is your first power move. And here's why, because you can't rewrite a script that you don't see. You need to catch those subconscious beliefs in action. That awkward moment when you start doubting yourself, or the excuse that feels automatic, that gut feeling that this will never work out, those are your cues. In that moment, you have to ask yourself, is this true for me, or is my subconscious trying to protect me? The more you notice, the more you can choose a different response, even if it feels awkward at first. The next stop is feeling worthy as is. Stop trying to deserve because you already do. The belief that you need to work harder or be more healed, wait longer before you're allowed to have what you want. Who told us that joy had to be conditional and that love had to be deserved? You don't upgrade from punishment, you upgrade from identity. The moment you really believe that this is normal for me to receive, that's when it shows up for you. Not when you prove yourself, and certainly not when you've suffered enough. This is not entitlement, this is embodiment. If I could give you just one question to ask yourself after this, it would be, what would I believe about myself if I had never been made to feel unworthy? Let that sink in. What would you believe about love, about money, about being seen? If your story had never been filtered through shame or smallness, the version of you who still feel worthy without even trying, they still exist. They've just been buried under years of false evidence. And your job now, it's to unlearn everything that was never yours and start choosing beliefs that make your nervous system exhale. Beliefs that feel like home, beliefs that support you. So, whether you start with affirmations, somatic work, or mirror talk, vision scripting, or just noticing your patterns, know this: every moment you shift your inner story, even a little, your outer world has no choice but to follow. Because reality does not argue with belief, it reflects it. You 100% can update what your subconscious accepts as normal. And once you do, your reality has no choice but to shift. When your body and subconscious start syncing with your new belief system, people feel it, the world feels it. You won't even feel the need to explain your transformation. They will reflect it back to you. Suddenly, people treat you with more respect because you're treating yourself with more respect. Suddenly, better clients, better job offers flow in because your inner worth finally aligns with your outer presence. Suddenly, you're dating people who match your standards, not fears. Your reality is always playing catch up with the identity that you're embodying. It lags a little, but it always catches up. So, if nothing is changing yet, it's not a sign to give up. It's a sign to keep holding the new frequency until the world responds.